Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Tuesday. We got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today. So be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Busy slate today, starting with the Colorado Rockies versus the Cleveland Guardians. Cleveland opening up as home favorites at -205. Colorado +185 with the over-under at 8.5. Rockies coming into this matchup 7-17. The Guardians 11-12. Pitching for the Rockies is Ryan Feltner with an ERA of 6.16. Pitching for the Guardians is Peyton Battenfield with an ERA of 1.69. Feltner, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Battenfield, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run and had 5 strikeouts. Yeah, big win for Colorado yesterday, winning 6-0 against Cleveland. I don't know why. Cleveland just really didn't show up yesterday. Yeah, rough day for Cleveland. And I mean, Colorado really hasn't won back-to-back games pretty much all season. So bad showing from the Guardians yesterday, but I like them to bounce back here. Battenfield's been very good his 2 starts so far this season, and I'm going to roll with the Guardians at home. Next matchup, we got the Boston Red Sox versus the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore opening up as home favorites at -170. Boston +140 with the over-under at 9. Boston coming into this matchup 12-12. Baltimore 15-7. Pitching for the Red Sox is Corey Kluber with an ERA of 8.50. Pitching for the Orioles is Kyle Bradish with an ERA of 0. Kluber, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Bradish has not allowed a run in his 2 starts so far this season. Baltimore picking up the win yesterday against Boston 5-4. They are on a 7-game win streak, 9-1 in their last 10. Baltimore's hot right now. And yeah, they're 5-0 at home, playing well. Bradish really good in his 2 starts on the mound here. And I'm going to roll with the Orioles at home. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Dodgers opening up as road favorites at -125. Pirates +105 with the over-under at 8.5. Dodgers coming into this matchup 12-11. The Pirates 16-7. Pitching for the Dodgers is Noah Syndergaard with an ERA of 4.91. Pitching for the Pirates is Johan Oviedo with an ERA of 2.22. Syndergaard, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Oviedo, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 6 strikeouts. Dodgers on a 2-game winning streak, coming off back-to-back Cubs wins. Then the Pirates, they're on a 7-game win streak. I mean, they're playing great, sweeping Cincinnati in that little 4-game series there. LA just 1-5 against Pitt. Yeah, who would have thought this early on Pitt would just have a much better record than the Dodgers about a month into baseball? I don't think anyone would have really thought that. Pirates are playing such good baseball here, and I'll take the Pirates +1.5 at home. Next matchup, we've got the Houston Astros versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa Bay opening up as home favorites at -170. Houston +155 with the over-under at 8. Astros coming into this matchup 12-11. Tampa 20-3. Pitching for the Astros is Luis Garcia with an ERA of 5.14. Pitching for the Rays is Drew Rasmussen with an ERA of 2.01. Garcia, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Rasmussen, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Yeah, big win for Tampa yesterday, winning 8-3. They're on a 6-game winning streak right now. And they just keep on winning. It's just kind of crazy. They keep on winning. They're playing they're playing great. 10-0 at home. Unbelievable what they're doing at home here. And yeah, Still going to roll with the Rays at home in this one. Next matchup, we got the Seattle Mariners versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Seattle opening up as road favorites at -120. The Phillies +100 with the over-under at 8.5. Seattle coming into this matchup 10-12. The Phillies 11-12. Pitching for the Mariners is Logan Gilbert with an ERA of 3.57. Pitching for the Phillies is Bailey Falter with an ERA of 4.50. Gilbert, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Falter, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 3 strikeouts. Seattle coming off a St. Louis loss. Philly on a little 3-game winning streak. 3 wins against Colorado. Seattle is just 1-4 against Philadelphia here. Pretty even pitching matchup, and I think I'll take a shot with the Phillies +1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Texas Rangers versus the Cincinnati Reds. Rangers opening up as road favorites at -155. The Reds +130 with the over-under at 9.5. Rangers coming into this matchup 14-8. The Reds 8-15. Rangers pitching for the Rangers is Martin Perez with an ERA of 3.37. Pitching for the Reds is Luke Weaver with an ERA of 6.0. Perez, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Weaver, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, and had 8 strikeouts. Rangers losing to the Reds yesterday 6-7. A tough loss for the Rangers. Yeah, that was the Reds' first win in almost like 2 weeks. It's been rough for the Reds here. I'm still going to take my chances with the Rangers on the road. Next matchup, we got the Chicago White Sox versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Toronto opening up as home favorites at -200. The White Sox +165 with the over-under at 9.5. White Sox coming into this matchup 7-16. The Blue Jays 14-9. Pitching for the White Sox is Mike Clevinger with an ERA of 3.26. Pitching for the Blue Jays is Jose Barrios with an ERA of 6.23. Clevinger, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 1 strikeout. Barrios, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, and had 3 strikeouts. White Sox on a 5-game losing streak. They're 2-8 in their last 10. It's been definitely a rough few weeks for the White Sox. Toronto on a 2-game winning streak, beating the White Sox 5-2 in the last game. White Sox 0-6 on the road, 1-5 on the road against Toronto here. And yeah, I think I'm going to lean with the Blue Jays at home in this one. Next matchup, we got the Washington Nationals versus the New York Mets. Mets opening up as home favorites at -270. Washington +195 with the over-under at 7.5. Nationals coming into this matchup 7-14. The Mets 14-9. Pitching for the Nationals is Josiah Gray with an ERA of 3.74. Pitching for the Mets, currently can't find who's pitching. It is a later game today, so we'll see who ends up pitching for the Mets, so be sure to check that news. Gray, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 3 strikeouts. Washington coming off a Minnesota loss. Mets coming off a San Francisco loss. Washington 2-9 on the road against the Mets. 3-10 straight up against the Mets here. We'll see who ends up pitching for the Mets here, but I'm still going to roll with the Mets at home in this one. All right, next matchup, we've got the Miami Marlins versus the Atlanta Braves. Braves opening up as home favorites at -220. Miami +200 with the over-under at 8.5. Miami coming into this matchup 12-11. The Braves 15-8. Pitching for the Marlins is Brian Hoeing with an ERA of 0. Pitching for the Braves is Charlie Morton with an ERA of 3.22. Hoeing, his last start, making his first start of the season. He did pitch once last year, gave up 7 runs in that start. Morton, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts. Miami on a 2-game losing streak, coming off an 11-0 loss against Atlanta yesterday. Yeah, very bad loss for the Marlins. 0-5 on the road against Atlanta, 2-10 straight up against Atlanta here, and yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Braves at home. Next matchup, we get the Detroit Tigers versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers opening up as home favorites at -175. Detroit +145 with the over-under at 8.5. Detroit coming into this matchup 8-13. The Brewers 15-8. Pitching for Detroit is Spencer Turnbull with an ERA of 7.85. Pitching for the Brewers is Eric Lauer with an ERA of 4.30. Turnbull, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Lauer, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, and had 4 strikeouts. Detroit coming off a Brewers win yesterday, 4-2. That was a nice win there. Going to be tough to get back-to-back wins on Milwaukee here. I like Milwaukee to bounce back. I like Lauer on the mound here, and I'm going to roll with the Brewers at home. Next matchup, we got the New York Yankees versus the Minnesota Twins. Twins opening up as home favorites at -125. The Yankees +110 with the over-under at 7. Yankees coming into this matchup 13-10. The Twins also 13-10. Pitching for the Yankees is Nestor Cortez with an ERA of 3.09. Pitching for the Twins is Joe Ryan with an ERA of 3.24. Cortez, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Ryan, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 3 strikeouts. Yankees, yeah, coming off a tough loss against the Twins, losing 6-1. Very even pitching matchup. Both pitchers undefeated, playing well this season. Crazy. Yankees 0-7 as the underdog right now. That's not good. I just still see value with the Yankees. Despite all the stats, both teams are even record, even pitching matchup. I'm still going to take a shot with the Yankees +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the San Diego Padres versus the Chicago Cubs. Cubs opening up as home favorites at -125. The Padres +105 with the over-under at 8.5. Padres coming into this matchup 12-12. The Cubs 12-9. Pitching for the Padres is Blake Snell with an ERA of 6.0. Pitching for the Cubs is Justin Steele with an ERA of 1.44. Snell, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Steele, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts. Padres on a 2-game winning streak right now. Cubs on a 2-game losing streak. Padres 5-1 against the Cubs, 7-3 on the road. I think they're a decent underdog today coming into this. And I'm going to take a shot with the Padres +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Oakland Athletics versus the Los Angeles Angels. Angels opening up as home favorites at -185. Oakland +155 with the over-under at 9. Oakland coming into this matchup 5-18. The Angels 11-12. Pitching for Oakland is Mason Miller with an ERA of 4.15. Pitching for the Angels is Griffin Canning with an ERA of 3.48. Miller, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Canning, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. And yeah, we saw the Pirates winning 11-10 yesterday. I'm sorry, the Oakland. Yeah, big win for Oakland. They've been searching for wins and finally got one here. Haven't won back-to-back, so I mean, gonna be tough to take out the Angels again here, and I'm still gonna roll with the Angels at home. Next matchup, we've got the Kansas City Royals versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Arizona opening up as home favorites at -135. Kansas City +125 with the over-under at 9.5. Royals coming into this matchup 5-18. Arizona 13-11. Pitching for the Royals is Brady Singer with an ERA of 8.14. Pitching for Arizona is Riley Nelson with an ERA of 4.91. Singer, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Nelson, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, and had 4 strikeouts. Arizona beating the Royals yesterday 5-4. Royals 1-9 in their last 10. I mean, they are struggling for a win here. 2-6 on the road. Not a good road team. 1-5 against Arizona. Yeah, I'm rolling with the D-backs at home in this one. In the last matchup, we've got the St. Louis Cardinals versus the San Francisco Giants. Giants opening up as home favorites at -140. St. Louis +105 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for the Cardinals is Jake Woodford with an ERA of 6.05. Pitching for the Giants is John Brebbia with an ERA of 5.62. Woodford, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 1 strikeout. Brebbia, his last start, it's not showing his ERA or stats for this season. Maybe the site's messed up, I don't know. But his last start, pitched 1 inning, gave up 1 run, had 1 strikeout. Hasn't really pitched longer than an inning. St. Louis losing to the Giants 4-0 yesterday. Giants on a little 3-game winning streak. They're playing well. St. Louis not really playing that great right now. Really not in love with this matchup here. Pretty even matchup. I think I'll take a shot with the Giants at home just because they've got a couple game winning streak here. Cardinals haven't looked that good. I'll take the Giants at home. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Tuesday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Wednesday. Have a good one.